First friendly, Paul, what will you do there? Is that going to be the classic 45-45 two teams, so you can get a look as many people as possible?
Yeah, it will. It'll be two teams, two 45s, probably the same for Kendal on the Wednesday. The Workington one will maybe be 60 and 30, and then the training game that we'll have the following week will be 60-30 again, and then we're starting to get more closer towards the 90 minutes, but it's about building them up. We have to get through that physicalness of being able to catch your second wind and get that. When you get that stage where your chest's burning and your legs are starting to go, they've got to be able to just get over that level without injuring themselves. So we'll build up towards that. I'd like to think that they'll get one or two 90 minutes before the end with a couple of training ground games that we've got planned, and then obviously the official games, and hopefully we'll be ready.
Another of my daft questions I always ask, do you have a squad number in mind, the number of players that you would ideally like, or is that a movable beast?
No, I don't have a squad number. We've got a group of younger players who are in the club who supplement what we've got. I don't particularly think of them as first team squad players. They're just on the periphery, but the likelihood is they will be involved with us, certainly in the training anyway. The likelihood is that they're going to be sort of coming into it as and when we need them, but I want a squad that's good enough to be able to deal with this first half of the season, because once we get through this transfer window, this is what we've got. So I want a strong enough group. I don't feel we're there at the moment, and that's what I've got to do. And I suppose what I would say is that I've got no intentions of saving any of the budget. I want to spend every penny of it, but I want to spend it as well as we possibly can.
Those young boys, though, Sam Fishburne got a run just before you came, Jack Ellis got a run at the end of the season. It's there, isn't it?
Oh, that's the challenge. That's why they're in training with us, because it's up to them to show. Because as people are asking about taking lads out on loan, and I said no, they're all in. And if they show me they deserve to start the season, they'll be involved with us. So there's a lot of them, you know. Max is in here, and Jack's done well, and Fish, Louis Bell's in and around it again now. It's up to them. It's up to them to show us what they can do. And Gabe and Scott, the two young keepers, they could find themselves being the number 2 goalkeeper. So it's up to them to show me what they can do.
Last one, Paul, are you a man for bold predictions? Are we top of the table come May?
I think you've known me for long enough that you won't be getting anything like that from me. Now, I want to just keep building it. I want to make it better. I certainly don't want to be in a position that we were last season, that is for sure. And if we get the right sort of players and we have the right mentality, and we get all the backing that we want from everybody, I think we've got a real good chance of being better than we were last season.